Hey you guys, what's up? This is Morgan from Morgan Led Insights, and we are here today to talk about the Pisces Sun. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I post all types of videos, so yeah. And read the description because there's going to be like links to the website and stuff like that in there as well. So Pisces Sun Sign. So the Pisces Sun Sign is going to be born between February 19th and March 20th. Sun signs are going to represent what you are achieving to become, like what you are aspiring to be. These are traits that are familiar to you, but you really need to develop and contextualize them and really embrace them in your personality, because just because you are, for instance, a Pisces Sun sign does not mean that you are a Pisces rising sign. And so your rising sign is going to dictate how your natal chart is constructed. It's called a Placidus. It's going to tell you where your first house starts, where your second house starts, what sign your first house might be in. Like my first house is like Libra, Scorpio, and it's weird. Like it's really weird. So you need to really make sure that, yes, this is a great video for you to watch if you are a Pisces Sun sign, but if you're a different rising sign, those videos will be coming soon. So Pisces Sun Signs are the last zodiac, last astrological sign in the 12-wheel zodiac. So just like Aries is about beginning again, starting, pioneering, putting an idea just out there, right? Pisces is the conclusion, it's the evaluation, it's the introspection of that idea after it's gone through the first 11 chapters. So Pisces are generally noted as old souls. Those are the individuals that people say are very wise and psychic and intuitive, and partly is that because they're a water sign, and all water signs have this very receptive, intuitive fluidity, understanding the inside, the internal mechanisms, the emotional aspects of the human condition. So Pisces, though, is very eclectic in that sense because it represents the last culmination of the human process. And so Pisces is very much attributed to the other world, the spirit world, the mystical world. And this is dealing with Pisces planetary ruler, which is Neptune. Neptune is Pisces planetary ruler. Neptune is the ancient god of the seas. When we think about Neptune, we think about romance and illusion and mysticism and wonder and daydreaming and spirituality, all of the unseen hidden things behind the material world, right? So anything that is non-physical is going to really be attributed to Neptune, especially if it's in a universal, magical, spiritual, however you want to talk about metaphysics, right? Because we're talking about the same thing. However you want to describe that is what Neptune is going to be attributed to, and that's Pisces planetary ruler. So your Pisces sun is going to not only be very intuitive, not only going to be receptive, but it's going to be very impressionable. Pisces is a mutable sign, and out of all of these zodiac signs, Pisces is probably the most gullible, like the most gullible, the most easy, influential. Like they are always being manipulated, and it's because they have this pure heart. Pisces is here to give. Pisces is really representing sacrifice in a lot of ways, right? Because we are coming into the spiritual realm. So Pisces has a hard time because they are so much in the hidden world, the spiritual realm, that sometimes it's very hard for them to even put their feet on the earthly planes. Like they are physically not here. Pisces has a hard time accepting that it has a body, right? So that can be seen and played out in multiple ways. Like Pisces are very hard workers, but they have a hard time keeping a job. Pisces are very intuitive, but they're also very naive, right? And so there is this element of balance, right? And that comes into the Pisces glyph, its symbol, figurine, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? The symbol of Pisces is to fish, but these two fish are not just swimming side by side. They're connected. These two fish are tied together, but they're swimming in opposite directions. And so Pisces is very emotional, right? All water signs are. They're extremely temperamental. One minute they're like, oh yes, I love dogs, and the next minute they're like, fuck dogs, they're evil, da 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 da. Like, they're very polarized, right? And that can be a really positive thing. Hold on, I'll make sure we're still recording. We are. And that can be a really positive thing because it gives Pisces this ability to see all aspects of a situation. But because they're always fluctuating, and because they're so empathetic and very intuitive, that they pick up on a lot of people's energy. And so that ability to fluctuate is sometimes most likely seen in a negative sense until Pisces really learns how to develop and mature its sun sign traits and use empathy to create boundaries and to teach people in a healthy way that we can be spiritual and still be present in a body. And so that is Pisces' like lifelong mission, is to become grounded in a physical body but still create this inevitable connection to the divine. Pisces is also ruled by the feet, and so I keep talking about planting feet, and that's one thing that Pisces really should implement, especially Pisces Sun Signs, is using your feet as some form of grounding ritual, whether that be dance, whether that be stomping your feet, walking through the beach, walking through the earth. Like, Pisces needs to continuously use its feet as a connecting source to really ground itself. That's really important. Relationship-wise, Pisces are very, very, very romantic. They are ruled by yin, which means it has a feminine polarity to it. And so when we talk about feminine planetary aspects, astrology aspects, we're thinking about earth and water signs. But Pisces specifically is a very romantic person. They want the fairy tale. They want the fairy tale romance. They want the fairy tale love affair. They want everything to be perfect. They have this idea of what life should be like, and everything that Pisces experience goes through this lens of what they have in their head, and that can be detrimental to relationships because Pisces is very, again, impressionable, which gives Pisces a power once it develops this trait, because it takes its likability, right? Pisces are innocent, they're sweet, and they really use it as a power force. And Pisces has the universe on its side. When it really gets into this place of understanding how to attain all that it has been given, it really does really does birth really magnificent things that are out of the ordinary, you would never expect, and it comes from Pisces' ability to see what other people do not see. But in relationships, it's really important that Pisces sees their partner for who they are. They tend to gravitate towards people who need to be saved, people who need to be loved. They tend to gravitate towards really broken people. And again, that's because Pisces wants to heal. It wants to give. It wants to show everyone how special and beautiful life can be. But that can be really traumatizing to a Pisces because Pisces is very easily off-kiltered. It's like Libra. They're like the two in Cancer. They're just like everywhere, dude. So it's really important that the Pisces sun sign picks a partner that is established. And when I say established, it's not just financially, which it should be, because Pisces likes nice things. They're very into style, grace. All water signs are. Earth signs too. But what is really important to think about is that Pisces needs to make sure that they are ready to be in a relationship. Because if the Pisces sun sign is not confident in who they are, is still going through this like finding themselves stage, and has to understand that life for them is a constant fluctuation with the universe. Like, there is always going to be things that are going to be off balance. There is always going to be things that seem unfair. But Pisces has to use that sacrificing, save the world spirit for a greater cause outside of just saving someone, because Pisces wants to save. Pisces needs to really create a level of security within, and not just in their head or in their heart, in their spirit. Pisces literally has to put itself in the world. Like out of any other sign, Pisces has to be very intentional about how they live their life, because Pisces has potential to be like this amazing, wise healer and teacher and a light bearer for the world, or it can be broke and poor and depressed and like a lost soul, and like it's no in between. Like it's like boom or boom, you know what I'm saying? And it's really important for a Pisces sun sign to really get that. So careers that are great for Pisces is a teacher, a healer, anything that deals with social work, helping the homeless, charity, nonprofit. Pisces has to feel like what it's doing is serving the greater good. It has to be of the universal consciousness, right? And we go back to those two fishes again, swimming in opposite directions. So Pisces will often be conflicted between its life mission, like do I do this or do I do this? And what Pisces needs to learn is that it's everything. And if it just allows itself to be great at what it naturally is, all of those different outlets and channels and platforms that it really wants to be on will find Pisces. But Pisces is an amazing scientist. They do great with anything that deals with like archaeology, anything that deals with like mysticism and metaphysics, again, healing, nurses, doctors, teachers, wise men, philanthropists, but amazing artists, like some of the best artists that you'll ever meet, or thinkers. Pisces has this natural intellectual ability because they are like living, walking libraries, right? Knowledge and wisdom is life for Pisces. And so anything that allows Pisces to not only share its divinity, its love for spirit, but also allows it to create from this fantasy world, like an illustrator, a graphic designer, an animator. Pisces would do really well in like the digital world because it's not tangible, but it's still real. That's all Pisces, okay? So I'm going to leave that there for my Pisces sun sign. We will talk to my Pisces risings and my Pisces moons really, really soon. Again, remember, this is something that you have to develop. This is not your rising sign, so you need to develop these traits. So, love you guys. Peace.